Allegedly. Over the weekend, 2 suspected Muslim terrorists threw explosive devices at protesters near Gracie Mansion. Mayor Mamdani said they were just having a friendly throw bomb fight. Lighten up! And finally, a brain-invading worm spread by rats has hit California. A brain-invading worm? Well, at least one man is safe. But spread by rodents? Well, I guess this guy's ass isn't. I don't get it.
Statute of limitations on that?
I don't get that joke at all. All right, so the government just released more documents about the death of Jeffrey Epstein, and they inspire about as much trust as a 2001 urine test from Barry Bonds. According to these records, one of the prison guards responsible for watching Epstein actually Googled him minutes before his body was found. And that same guard had made a mysterious $5,000 cash deposit days earlier, one of several unexplained deposits flagged by the bank. Now, maybe it's perfectly normal for the person guarding the most famous inmate in America to be surfing the web for info on him. Maybe she was also Googling the thread count for prison sheets. I hear anything under 400 is rough on your hands. But also simultaneously making random cash deposits that equal about a month's take-home pay, that seems like a red flag, the kind that could easily end up tied around someone's neck. Even harder to believe, an inmate said while medics were trying to revive Epstein, he heard a woman say, if he's dead, we're going to have to cover it up, and he's going to have an alibi, my officers. Which sounds like something a villain would say to fill in the plot holes on Murder, She Wrote. But here's the real problem. By the time we get these revelations, what are we to believe? And that's not because we all suddenly became conspiracy theorists. No, it's because the original investigation into Epstein's death was handled like a middle school class project, where one kid goes through the motions while the rest eat glue. Let's recap. Epstein dies in 2019 while awaiting trial on federal sex trafficking charges. The official ruling, suicide by hanging. But the circumstances around that are shakier than Mitch McConnell on a Segway. That's according to the court. The guards fell asleep. The required 30-minute cell checks didn't happen. The surveillance cameras mysteriously malfunctioned. And the guards later admitted they falsified records saying they checked on him. All that's missing is, sorry, teacher, my dog ate the prisoner. That is not an investigation. That's the plot of Police Academy 10 Special Ed Division. That's the tragedy. When authorities botch the early stages of a case this badly, everything afterward gets dumped into the same bucket. Real evidence, weak evidence, internet rumors, cover-ups, Bill Clinton's nipple clamps. It all looks the same because nothing can be reliable. Think about it. Even the most basic questions about Epstein still exist, like where did all his money actually come from? This guy went from high school math teacher to globe-trotting financier with private jets, an island, a black book that looked like Oprah's Christmas card list. And the explanation we got? Well, you know, he managed money for rich people. Oh, well, that clears everything up. Turns out he's E.F. Hutton. Or E.F.F. Hutton. But that's the thing about half-answered questions. They don't disappear. They fester. They multiply, like Elon Musk at a beauty pageant. So now when new revelations drop, people don't say, holy crap. They either shrug or assume the entire government is run by the Illuminati, Bigfoot, and the Loch Ness Monster. Because when institutions leave giant holes in the story, the internet fills them. If investigators had done their job properly from the start, secured the evidence, explained the timeline, answered the obvious questions, then we could evaluate new info like adults. Instead, we're stuck in a reality where every new fact gets treated with suspicion. It's like a fan letter addressed to Jesse Waters. We just assume it's fake. You lose public trust, which means that years later, the biggest mystery isn't just what happened in that cell. It's why the people responsible for uncovering the truth didn't try that hard. But then again, maybe that was the whole idea to begin with.
Let's welcome tonight's guest.
He exposed a fake daycare and looks young enough to be in one. Independent journalist Nick Shirley. He causes more troubles online than emails from Nigeria. Host of the You're Welcome podcast, Michael Malice. She pays her babysitter with Kohl's cash. New York Times bestselling author and Fox News contributor, Captain. He's like a shower chair. Old ladies sit on him in the shower. Former NWA World Champion, host of Planet All right, Nick, welcome to the show. You're kind of a legend in these parts for all the work you've done. Is that sweatshirt? Can people buy that sweatshirt?
Of course.
Okay, just pull up and show it.
ShirleyDefense.com.
Yeah.
Anyways, no bias.
What's it say?
Quality Leering Center, 1-800-FRAUD.
There you go. There you go. So I think this story is relevant to what you're doing in that there's no investigative reporting going on in what happened in that cell. What happened to investigative reporters that forced people like you to actually do the job?
Well, it turns out investigating stuff can be very dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean, I discovered that firsthand, but then you also see how incompetent the government can be when stuff's just right in their faces, yet they don't want to release the evidence or they don't want to prosecute the people.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it's deliberately incompetent? Or are they just that stupid?
Maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah.
It is kind of weird that lady did get that $5,000.
Yes.
It's like maybe, and then also like $5,000 to kill somebody. I mean, how much money did she?
Well, my theory is that it may not be for her to kill anybody, but it could have been to allow him to kill himself, to turn everything off so they can't stop it, or to allow him to be removed and replaced with a person who looks just like Epstein, like his twin brother, Seth. A lot of people don't know about Seth Epstein. That's one conspiracy. Malice, are you a conspiracy theorist?
Well, isn't that the joke online that a conspiracy theory just means spoiler alert?
Yeah.
I am definitely a conspiracy theorist. The Constitution was a conspiracy. The Founding Fathers had no right to overthrow the government. They did so in secrecy. But people don't like using that word because people like the Founding Fathers. I think what's bizarre is that so much information is coming out, and it's intentionally designed to muddy the waters.
Exactly.
You have no way of determining who's looking for what. And I just hope this lady doesn't start Googling people like Fauci or Donald Trump or Fauci or J.D. Vance or Fauci or Mitch McConnell.
Did you go to the island?
You never been? It's the new Milan.
Kat,